allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order. We're passing around the financials and the minutes. Everybody also has an agenda. Does anybody have any questions on these?
No, that is yes.
No? Okay. I just need a motion for all three. Consent.
I'll make a motion.
So far, I'm good. I'll second.
Second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, moving on. Under new business, we have only received a couple abatements so far. Someone has been working on those.
We have Mervis Metal Recovery and we have automated routing back.
Which ones are we waiting on? Is there any other ones?
When Orcam was purchased and now Meg 2, they said they don't have one. So those, and I see on my scope of what is. But we still have Megit, A&K. I haven't received anything back from.
Okay. Are we approving this today?
You would make a motion to
Okay.
give like these to, yeah, because then they would be filed at the courthouse.
What are those two?
They fit.
Okay. Yeah, so I just need a motion to approve those two abatements.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. We need mulch for the park. You know, usually just a spring and a fall thing that we do. I'm not exactly sure how much we're gonna need this time around because due to insurance reasons, we do have to, like the slide has to be, from the bottom of the slide to the ground has to be a specific height. So we're just gonna make sure that's met for insurance reasons.
Supposed to be a specific thickness too, isn't it? Or is it just there as a slide? I didn't know
I
if
think
it
it's
was just there as slides.
It's recommended, like anywhere that could be a fall or underneath, so it is a certain thickness, but our particular park, he said that the slopes, the slide seemed a little lower than even the normal thickness, so recommended that we kind of mound it up a little bit more.
Yeah, these are identical.
That would be a question for her unless one is stormwater and one's wastewater.
We know it should be sewer, town, water, and electric. So after we went down,
I'll look at these two.
Okay. So everybody's good with having Mike go ahead and get mulch for the park? Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Yes. Moving on, I have not heard from Jason Linney. Fire department. We have, for the utilities in the street department, we have Devin. You have anything, Devin?
The only thing we talked about, was possibly looking into getting a 1-foot bucket for backhoe. Make digging trenches and stuff like that a lot easier on us. We don't have such a wide hole, we're gonna have to cover up later.
Also just a smaller bucket.
Just a smaller,
Do we have prices on
we do not yet, in fact, we can look into
Well,
that.
John said something today, but I don't know if it was an exact price or not, somewhere around $1,000.
I think he had looked into them at one point, but we kinda just pushed that back at the
Right.
time.
it? Okay, yeah, go ahead and get, quotes for those, we need three, so. And then once you have those, do
So,
all three together, then we can.
getting 3 quotes is gonna be difficult since it's a John Deere. I mean, we can go to different places, John Deere, but shipping's gonna kill us most places. Our John Deere rep out of, I think it's Evansville, is probably gonna be,
If that's the one where we got the backhoe through them, I'd say that'd be the best place.
that's probably gonna be the cheapest because of shipping and freight and all that, so. I mean, we can look into, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
going
just
outside, but
at least put in the effort to
yeah.
find something else, but if not, then
Okay.
that's fine, and just bring that whenever you have it the next meeting for approval. Do you have anything else?
No.
Well, I'm doing good so far.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. I just want to remind everybody that I want to do employee evaluations in June. It was also recommended through insurance as well. So I want to get those done, like actually start those this year. Our fireworks show on June 27th this year. We always try to have it, like, we want to try to have it the weekend before the 4th, because Tell City and Hamilton like to do theirs on the 4th. I started working on that. Might possibly have a singer, working on food trucks, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's in the works. A couple months ago, it was brought up, somebody wanted a speed bump for Sheridan Road. And it was tabled. So I wanted to bring that up again, just in case Saffron was looking through this and found that bumps are relatively cheap.
Yeah, and it's speed bump, and even if you have like the post with the sign that says like warning speed bump,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking under $1,000.
Yeah, the sign's only 62 and the speed bumps are only 175.
Yeah. So even if it gets damaged, like when we're plowing snow or whatever, then,
Well, they're removable,
oh,
so they could remove them if we, in the wintertime,
If we're expecting snow.
if we're expecting snow, we could just take them out.
Yeah.
That way it's not gonna be rough on the equipment.
So I didn't know if we wanted to.
How many are we thinking?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never
warning
measured
joint.
that stretch of road. The resident called and just complained that people are speeding through it pretty fast.
Where the hell is Sheridan Road?
Right in,
Between Niggett and the Clemens, that road going back that way.
Sheridan, Raymond's Valley, keep on rolling, Raymond's Valley.
3,
And then
4.
Surratt and
Well, apparently they're having issues with speed up and down that road.
there was a resident complaint.
And I think it's more, more
Delivery
UPS
drivers.
delivery. I think it's more your delivery drivers that are flying up and down through there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Really, we're very.
Get lost, send them that way.
Yeah.
I don't.
You just need one.
I-
Is
I
it
was
single
gonna say
lane?
one.
Yeah, it's a single lane. It's
Yeah.
not, it's wide enough to get
I
one
haven't been
car
back
down.
there.
Yeah, it's single.
I'd say we put just one in there and then the side, and it, I mean,
If it comes down to it. we
you're
need
under
another one.
$300.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Try it.
Yeah.
See if it works, great. If not, we're not out
a bunch.
to see if that just
See
fixes
if that
it.
helps.
Yep, I will get Mike on that tomorrow. Another thing I needed to bring up, we've had some issues in the office. I think, recently where we've had return checks. We don't have an ordinance for this, so when it came down to trying to figure out, what do we do? There is a small square piece of paper that is posted on the window in the lobby that, just basically specifies return checks, $25 fee, and then I believe that you have to pay in cash.
For a year, isn't it?
It doesn't say it.
We could not
We
find
need to
that
do
anywhere,
one
but
of
it
those.
stated a year. We couldn't find that. We
Yeah.
looked through every ordinance book, resolution.
What's the year one?
Where is that one?
She's got it down here. Where's that ordinance? It was in there.
I reached out to Chris Goffman just to, make sure that what we wanted was, legal and all good, so, he typed it up, and it's gonna be a thing where we can charge them $25, and then, they must pay in cash for 1 year.
Or check or cash.
Or money order, yes, sorry, cash or money order. So that's just basically what that ordinance states, because we were trying to figure out how to, the best way to do
Make it
it.
stick.
Ordinance, yes.
We have the sticker on the window for it. Is that one going to, can we use that one already as
That's what we
added to?
did
Okay, good.
for the last one,
Yes.
but just for the future, so there's,
That gives it more
Timeframe, because
teeth.
there's not a time frame.
right.
That's really.
Yeah.
And that
No,
way it
I'm good with it. I'm
also
good with it. I
kind of
signed it.
directs any office staff, hey, this is what our protocol is, so we actually have it.
No, I'm
written
fine
down
with that. I
and
didn't know if we had an ordinance.
Do we need to make a motion on that?
Yes, please.
Signed it.
I'll make a motion.
No, second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
What if you just forget to sign your check?
We will call you and hold it off to the side and wait as long as necessary for you to come in and sign it.
I was the other one. I was the other one because my bank screwed up. So
I just didn't sign.
I'm signing orders on myself, so.
Yeah.
Freaking kidding me.
No, it's okay. At least you're pretty easy to get hold of.
I didn't know where to find this.
Or I'll send Devin to your door. Another thing, is this paper right here, the operator expos, in May. Devin brought that to me. It is in Huntingburg?
Mhm.
It's in Huntingburg. May 14th is a Thursday, because I looked that up, make sure it wasn't a trash day. Is that an all-day thing? Do we know times yet?
I've never been to one, so I
Oh, okay.
really could not, I don't know. You know, it starts at, registration's at 8, I think, and starts at 9.
Okay.
And I think those are Eastern times.
Probably so. I did look it up today. I forgot to look at times. But it's through Alliance. If we get registered for it before May 1st, then it's only $175 to attend. After May 1st, it's $200.
What's that, earn up to 5 contract hours? What's that, or contact hours?
So that will go towards my licensing and stuff also.
Okay.
Anybody can go and attend, but I can get the CEUs for it, where you have to get so many CEUs
Per year?
per 3 years to renew
Okay.
your license
Okay.
every time.
How many points do you need to renew?
I think you need 25 for the one that I have. 25, I think is what I need. And I have my 25. So it's not a big deal if we don't go, but they do some, dig trainings and stuff like that. And they have, locator classes and it's just, it's a good event to go to, and there's some things that they do that
Especially for the
slips a lot of minds.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
No, I don't have a problem with it.
I'm good.
Make sure you write it down on the calendar, please.
Yep.
I think that is all that I have.
So does that mean that after you do this one, you can use my place as your test for your locates?
well, if we had some tracer wire on some water lines, yeah.
With that.
What's tracer
Okay.
wire though?
Okay, moving on. Adam?
505 Spring Street, the old Mosby property.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if they're running a business off that or what they're doing, but I know they have a sawmill set up and they have logs back there that they're milling.
Oh, right back here.
Or just
Yes.
real past it,
Yes,
Coming here.
Yeah.
Spring Street.
and it is a residential property, not
I
a
saw them.
commercial property.
Right, and I believe you and I discussed, maybe it was you and I or you and I?
We walked by one day and we're like, this
Yeah.
looks like a lot for just a residence.
Yeah, but not only, like, something was brought up about permits, cause there's stuff going up.
Mhm.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
was that you?
That
I
wasn't
don't
me.
remember who it was. So yeah, we might need to,
I mean,
Yeah,
we need to
Spring
look
Street.
into it, yeah, cause it's getting, and they did another burn the other day in that big old 6-foot fire pit.
Mhm.
So, and it was completely full when they did it,
okay.
so we're gonna have to.
Oh yeah, are we under a burn ban right now anyway? Or maybe it was just over the weekend?
I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
that,
with the wind.
We
It's
know,
been
yeah,
windy
it was
lately,
last
so I'm
week,
wondering.
but that was
Right.
more like Thursday, and then it did
We
rain.
looked it up over the weekend. I think it was supposed to start like Sunday or something like that. I don't remember.
I can
Anyways.
ask.
Do you have anything else on?
no, that's it.
Brett is not here. Brennan is not here. Jade?
No, I saw the sign last week, Harpenhouse is leaving.
Yes.
It didn't state when,
Summer.
Huh?
Spring. I think
saw
it's
something
spring.
like
Spring or summer.
by
spring, yeah, they left the
But I don't have a
logos.
date.
Do we know what Harpenhouse are gonna do with the building? Cause I was going to ask her what their intentions were for the building since,
I don't even know if the Harper House still owns the building.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought they did, but I didn't know if they were closing it due from the estate or if it was being passed down in the estate. Because I thought he originally owned it, so I'm just curious because that leaves a pretty wide opening to look at on 545. It's another business down. So I'm just curious of,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
okay.
Do you have any blight updates?
Oh, I'm writing them, and the list is long, and I'm updating them with photos. So I've done some progression photos. I did send an email back. Chris gave me to the owner of the trailer park. I had to update some photos with some more furniture on the back of one.
The very last one.
Yeah. And out front this morning was another chair and a couch out front, so it hasn't made its way out back yet, but it may by the end of the day. So I wrote the letter waiting for a response back. I did copy Chris.
Okay.
Because Chris provided that information to me to see if we get a response back. They're the main one. I had the one out front, but they're starting to clean theirs up.
Okay.
They're still a little bit there, but compared to what was there, that one's better. The other ones in town are slowly growing, the addresses, so I'm updating photos. I need to get together with you.
Okay.
If you're good with that, or I missed one.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna shoot for next week, find time with you to go through those? Okay, and send those out.
I still need copies of all of those, just for the town records.
I thought I had copies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought
We made it for the last one. This one is just a big fat stack that I just need to
I'll look at
hand
those.
you,
I'll see.
and get you a copy for.
I'll look at those.
Okay. Mr. Palin,
Yeah.
I told Norman the meeting was at 6:30.
That's okay.
Started at
So, Mr.
6.
Paling.
My bad.
Huh?
Started at 6. My bad.
Shame on you.
The one from last month.
Yes.
the Resident complaint, that might have fixed itself because they were unaware that they were paying for trash and could get trash stickers. So that might have fixed itself.
One of them is in question. I'm gonna talk to you about of where the line is,
Okay.
but it's next to one that it definitely is. So it definitely is, so I'll throw that one out.
All right. Saffron, do you have anything?
I do. I have, the owner of the Roundup had asked, to come in to get his building permit today, and he asked if the town had any intention of putting a curb back in front of where the Roundup is. So like whenever this road was paved, they didn't mill it before they paved it, they just paved over. So when you look at the pitch now, it would be like flowing into the building.
Mhm.
And I told him as far as I knew, there wasn't any intention, but I just bring it to the attention of the board at the meeting, because he said he couldn't make it tonight.
I did send an email to John Wetzel, asking if this was something that he could help us with, or if he knew of somebody, that we could point us in the direction that we need to go.
Right.
So I just have not received a response yet. I hope to probably receive one tomorrow or Friday.
I know they're
usually
waiting
pretty
for,
good about
I
it.
know they're waiting for state, it's in for permanent review with the state, so they're just waiting on that. I think they're week 5.
For the side street?
No, for their building, for the states.
He brought his stuff in today.
Did he? Okay,
Yeah.
they got it.
But that's what he said, I don't wanna start billing if the water would be flowing into my building.
Right.
I was like, I
Understood.
don't know anything about it.
Right.
And then the other thing I had was, we did have a risk management meeting through our insurance, and basically they just come in to make sure everything, and they, overall, as far as the property, they said the mulch was a little low, I said, well, I know it's warm out, but, you know, we don't normally put it in yet, so that was something we were doing. The one thing that he recommended was, you know, if we're doing background checks on new hires, but the other thing was motor vehicle record checks yearly, you know, if we have employees that are driving town vehicles, I know that's something we're not doing, and it's not in the handbook that we do it annually. That was the only other recommendation that he really had. Making sure that we had proper signage at parks. I don't know if any additional signage is needed down at Boat Ramp or like up in Christ, Ohio. We just had this meeting last week, but that was all we had. So overall, though, it was pretty good.
Do you have anything?
That was all I had, was that insurance meeting.
Kristen, do you have anything?
Kristen just wanted to know more about, June 27th, the fireworks extravaganza, because there's not a lot of events that happens in Troy that brings that many people to town. So, I just wanted to offer my assistance, if required. You know, we need something going on down there, or there's no reason to have a food truck, because nobody's gonna show up until it's time for fireworks.
So when you say assistance, are you gonna be the entertainer?
No, I would not be the entertainer,
I was kind of hoping you would, but.
but.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, I sent Tammy Cassidy a message, because her and Stan used to always do it. So I haven't heard back from her, and I know I mentioned Isaac Corley to you.
I spoke with him today.
Was he not available that day?
He is.
Good.
I'd like to have him.
And it would be better, I think, unless Isaac can go, you know, a good while.
He said the most he could do is 3 hours.
3
That is
hours.
the absolute most he could do. And unless we were to come up with something.
It's outside.
No, it's outside.
It's a dog howling, I think.
I was gonna say something
Okay.
about
Oh, I don't.
unless, because, you know, last year we had the canine demonstration.
Yeah.
So we actually had stuff that was bringing people early. I can,
I mean, I don't know
Reach
what
out, I don't
else
know.
it would be
Right.
to bring people down early.
Right.
I know one year didn't like the fire department have the bounce house or something, but it ended up here.
The church did it. They had an event, so the church
Yeah,
up
The church
here.
up there.
Yep, they did. I spoke with him, John. It'll come to me in a minute, his last name.
And,
They did that.
we were at St. Pius, on the council there, we were talking about, maybe doing hamburgers and hot dogs for sale, just because there's never enough food down there.
right.
But we didn't wanna plan on that if we don't know for sure there's gonna be entertainment.
Oh, yeah, I've already booked Isaac for at least 2 hours. But if we need to find somebody else for longer, or, you know, before
Yeah,
Isaac's 2
because we've
hours.
had, you know, 2 performers before,
Right.
just to kind of fill the void.
Right.
And I think if there's entertainment and there's food, I think people will come, especially if the weather's decent.
Right,
Isaac brings a big crowd too.
Isaac's wonderful.
Yeah, he is.
Isaac doesn't want a lot of people.
We're also gonna do the half pot at St. Pius, so.
Mr. Payline, are you good with, like,
Well, I just want to say, the electricity and the water are turned off,
right,
so if you want to use it, both of them turn them on or whatever, but the whole thing, I don't care how much use it, but it's fine.
okay,
But if you're gonna have it on the 27th, maybe other people that would like to have something there on the 4th.
oh,
And I would ask if you have electricity, water turned on, I don't know why you want water. I mean,
Right.
But if they turn the electricity on, it'd just be nice to leave it on till after the 4th in case someone else wanted to use it. I don't know anything about it, but usually those people on the road.
right, yeah,
And I'll try to have the trees trimmed before that time. So, the ground will be in order.
And you got rid of the RV?
Your salary.
Not my hat.
Okay, so you're good with us, like Isaac, you know, the underneath that
You
carport?
know, you use everything I own on the riverfront is at their disposal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hanlon. Thank you.
Now, one thing, now, when they done this before, they got insurance.
Yeah,
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 they
we
don't
already,
need
yeah,
action,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We have
I
that,
just have to call and give them the date, so, yeah.
yeah, we've already been working on that.
I mean, I don't wanna be liable for
No.
No, you
thousands
won't.
of people down there, you know, around throwing in town.
Yeah, yeah, no, you will be good. I need.
Well, Karen, I'll just let you know if I hear back from Tammy. I mean, I don't know what she's doing these days. Huh? I know, but there's still songs to be sung, man.
Thank you, Kristen. Do you have anything else?
This moment, let me think about it.
Oh.
Is it Mr. Carter?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'll let you, while she's thinking, I'll let you,
Hang on, take a few seconds.
Okay.
I'm Jim Carter with Humane Society. I think I've seen most of you many times. I'm trying to actually resign again, but that's not working. I've got two hats along with Adam. I'm also on the Animal Control Board. And what happened this year because of let's go back again, because of these financial constraints from the state to the counties and to the cities, the county did not put any money, zero money into the Animal Control Board, okay? And so I tried to come up with a way to fund that, and I went to the commissioners, and the commissioners said, we would like this to go to nonprofits because the state says we're not fund raising organizations. So we would like for you and other nonprofits to do things to help whatever the situation is. So that kind of put, since the Humane Society and the shelter are the only two organizations, and with the Animal Control Board, the Humane Society had to come up with ways to start funding to be able to help the situation with the cats, okay? What we came up with is we're going to start a TNR program, and we've got a pilot program that's going to start in Tell City itself. If that works, by the way, we are applying for grants to do this, and we're already successful because it has to be a specific purpose and to basically spay and neuter as many cats as we can, but it's a TNR program. Troy is on the list, but I don't know how far down it is according to how many complaints you get, because if you get complaints, then you call the Humane Society and say, hey, we've got 7 or 8 people complaining.
Mhm.
Then, by the way, Charlie Ballmeister is the head of this.
Yes.
He's the one that's actually controlling everything, and I'm basically the president. Since they put it on the Humane Society, all the money is not going to go to the Humane Society, and we've got to control this and also raise money. So I'm thinking, okay, since the commissioners put this on our backs, I've got to come up with a way to get more members. And the reason I'm getting more members is I'll explain it to you. You already know this. 27 years ago when I first started this, was it 26 years ago, I went to a commissioners meeting, and I noticed there was a person from an organization there that had many members, and the commissioners listened. And they weren't listening for the members, they were listening because that's 150, 200 votes, okay? So what I'm trying to do is to get as many members as possible into the Humane Society, so that gives us more respect and people open their ears. That's why I'm here. That's what these are. These are basically membership to the Humane Society.
okay,
There's single for 5, and it's reasonable, and 10 for families. And basically, what we're trying to do is, like I said, I've had a goal of 100. We're over 100 now. I'm going for 200. So basically, the idea is to try to figure out different ways, because we are applying for grants, and that really makes a difference. So that's basically it. And I'm not leaving you out.
I gave him,
Oh.
so thank you.
Anyway, the whole idea is that I'm trying to bring a situation where that Troy's on the list, it's not on the top of the list yet.
Right.
And we do have a person, Lisa George, that's doing an outstanding job, but she needs help. So we're trying to funnel some of that money to Lisa because she's been doing it out of her pocket,
Right.
okay? Everybody knows that.
Mhm.
And it's not fair that she's put it on herself when different organizations that step up because different places have major problems. So part of that funding will help. In fact, I did 2 cats for her last week, and I'm going to do 3 cats for her next week. The Humane Society is, okay? But we need members. I'm not asking them begging for money, where I go to other organizations to do that.
Right.
But anyway, that's basically it, and Humane Society needs help, and anybody that you know that's be interested, and if they want to come to our meetings, we just had one last night, it's the second Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock, you're welcome to come to meetings, but like I said, I'm looking for young people, because I can't think like I used to.
Right.
And I turned 80 a long time ago, and now things are really going south on me. So and by the way, we're not having a meeting this month. It'll be next month. We're going to have it every other month. And we'll also have a space for a new member that the county council will appoint whenever they get somebody that would. So we finally got organization. It took us 1.5 years to get the animal control ordinance reorganized. You went in the middle of that, and we finally got that, and now we're trying to figure out how to fund different ways and do this DNR program. And like I said, Charlie Ballmeister is really the person that's in control of this. What was it, me?
If you wanted to put some of those copies in our office over here to get more people to sign up, I would be okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a little collection box over there anyway. You sent
Yeah.
it, But anyway, I appreciate it, and like I said before, Charlie will probably be here after this, but because I said I'm coming tonight. I've got the only place left now is Tell City Council. I've already been to the commissioners, I've been to county council, and the commissioners and the county, but I still have to go to Tell City.
Okay.
So
All right.
I wasn't begging. What do you call it? A solicitation.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Carter.
Thank you.
All right. Does anybody else have anything? No? Kristen, you have a moment to think. Do you have anything else?
Okay, one more question, and this is pretty far off, it's Christmas time, right? Why are the decorations down on the river and not on the main road where people can see them?
The poles haven't been replaced yet.
Right.
But that's in
For
the
us.
works.
Yes, it's in the works.
You had told me that, but I'm like, is it gonna happen?
Right.
Did they just mess that up when they did it? They just forgot?
We had to pull a lot of those poles because of the project that went through. We're trying to get everything put back. We got some tree lights put
I
up.
just wondered.
We're working on it.
It's slow going, but
I've got a suggestion. The riverfront, your lots go down the last spots along the river are 13, 14, 15, 16.
okay.
Between those lots and the river, the state owns. I went to a lawyer, I couldn't get any place. But what I'm pushing is this. There's no place on the river at Troy, Indiana, where a senior citizen can get to the river to fish without climbing over it. A lot of them can't climb over it.
Right.
Now, from the parking lot up the river, was approximately 800 feet of the furthest part of the riverfront there, and it's just going the damn way. Now, my understanding is soon they're gonna maybe repave the parking lot. And if, no,
Where did you hear that from?
I hear rumor.
Okay.
But if
I haven't heard
they do,
anything.
if they do, they're gonna have all the paving. It'd be perfect to build a road through that property that belongs to the state, so people can get up there. When you get up there, you walk right down the river. It's flat, you go up. It's beautiful, nothing you.
Right.
And I think somebody ought to do it. I talked to the lady from DNR, she don't pay that to me.
Yeah,
I talked to the lawyer, they'll say, too much money. So, nobody thought it was a good idea except me. I just think it's a good thing.
yeah, I mean, we can definitely look into it.
Of course, I'm thinking of senior citizens for some damn reason, I don't know why.
You're too young for that, Mr. Kaline.
I wonder if how many people know how many people came through Troy that settled in the very early 1800s. My great-grandparents came down the river, came and stopped right here. I think if Troy would put some kind of notification, the second oldest city in Indiana, and really push that, and try to get something like if they have once a year, twice a year, some of these big river boats come in, and figure out a way to bring them in, say, hey, thousands of people actually came and departed at Troy, because there was no Tell City.
Right.
So they had to either at Hampton or Troy. And I'm thinking, boy, there's an opportunity here to, history, when people start pushing history, maybe they ought to get onto the History Channel.
And not just the history, we have the best riverfront anywhere along here. Anywhere along, for miles and miles, like our riverfront is where it's at, and it's we don't utilize it, we don't exploit it like we should.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just, all of us, I switched to another hat, but I'm just saying that with the history, Troy's history is phenomenal, if I trace it back, and you can't even count the amount of people that unloaded right here at Troy. Well, especially the ones that went to Jasper and Ferdinand, all of that area in, which at one time was Perry County.
Right.
Which is now Du Bois and Central County. But half that county from the history dropped right here.
Right.
So I think somebody, if we could find a person that's really into history, that you could really maybe publish something.
Yeah.
I
Good idea.
already got my hands full with animals.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
I got one more riverfront question. Is there money for any, because people come to Troy, that's another only reason people come to Troy is to use our ramp.
Right.
And our facilities. Is there ever any hope that we have a donation box or anything for upkeep? Because I don't know anything about repaving it, but I know Buck has mentioned there's several places that need repair on, in the parking lot and on the ramp.
And
So,
it was about there for a couple of years.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a big whole deal,
It
but,
was. We have to have somebody that's bonded to go and get that money. I don't see an issue with maybe looking into possibly doing a donation box.
I mean, because people, we vote every weekend, people are like, what can we do to help preserve this ramp?
Yeah,
They'll give us money.
right.
A QR code on it.
I am not opposed to looking into donation boxes, something.
QR code would be awesome. Do
Yeah.
you need a bonded person then? It just
No,
goes
it's
directly to
electronically then.
Go straight into it.
I've been told by several voters,
everybody's got.
the best rainbow room
Oh,
in the
yeah.
whole area.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. So we will look into that for
Well,
sure.
bam, Saffron, good one.
She's like, oh.
Work on that way for me, Saffron.
Yep, on it. Add it to my list.
Oh, I'm gonna join her.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else? We don't have any old business. I don't know correspondence. I just need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Second? Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next meeting is May 13th at 6 p.m. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
well, I'm